Hello beautiful people, welcome to CE-5 Academy. My name is Ashley Epstein and today we will be going through equipments that we can use on the field when doing CE-5 contact. So, today we'll be discussing the various types of equipments that we use in the field within the CE-5 initiative and the CE-5 community. If you've never heard about the CE-5 initiative before, I highly recommend that you do some research into it. There is an overwhelming amount of information on the internet about it, but the gist of it is basically the idea that people are making peaceful, open, diplomatic and positive contact with advanced interstellar societies that are and have been currently visiting us for a while. So the idea with that is that obviously we are being visited by advanced interstellar cultures and that our governments are not going far enough to actually take care of this for the public's benefit. Therefore, it is a citizen-led movement called the CE-5 Initiative, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, that is aiming and actually doing pretty successfully open contact with advanced star beings. So there are various ways in which we do this, but today we'll only focus on the equipment that we use in the field for those particular reasons. So, in the field, we mostly use up to 4 different equipments. Obviously, some will use more, some will use less, but the 4 basic equipments that people would generally use to conduct a successful CE-5 and a Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind would be, number 1, a green laser pointer, which can show the stars if ever you have people around you that are also doing the CE-5 with you. Number 2, a satellite tracker app, which we'll speak about now. Number 3, it is your magnetometer. And number 4, an infrared camera to record your experiences. So understand that these 4 equipments are not necessary to achieve a successful CE-5. In the contrary, you don't need those to actually make positive contact. It is just tools that allow us to actually understand our experience a little bit more, and it also allows us to capture the footage we have and the experience we receive when we're out in the field, if we're fortunate enough to have a camera or to have the means to purchase a camera at this stage. So a lot of us starting out, I remember when I started out in the field, I did not have all these equipments with me. However, I very much was successful in making contact, and slowly but surely I added those equipments to my toolbox just to make the experience a bit more enjoyable, so to speak. Not that it's not enjoyable, generally it is very enjoyable, but you understand what I mean, just to really have the ability to increase the experiences, so to speak. So the idea behind the laser pointer, which we will start with first, that was actually the first piece of equipment that I got when I started this journey close to 7 years ago now. And I remember going down to my local grocery store, and I didn't intend on buying a laser that day. I just had seen a video of Dr. Stephen Greer the night before with the cool laser, and I was like, oh, this is a very cool laser, I really want to get one too. And I went to the local shopping center to actually get a haircut that day. And I passed by an alarm store, and funny enough, they had a green laser pointer there, which I definitely bought immediately. And that very night, I actually went on my roof, sat down, did my meditation protocols, my contact protocols, and 20 minutes later I had one of the greatest sightings I've ever had at that stage. And I believe that obviously is because I went to get the laser, I acted on my excitement, I showed a real interest, a genuine interest in peacefully interacting with these star visitors, and I know that they were aware of it. And yeah, they just showed up on that night just to say kudos on you. So that is the number 1 piece of equipment, which is a laser pointer, green laser pointer. You can find them online on Alibaba or AliExpress, or I'm sure in various Chinatowns around your area. Number 2 is the satellite tracker app, which is a very important app to have when doing CE-5s, because there are a lot of objects in space that are man-made, such as satellites, space junk, and various other actual classified satellites which we do not really have access to, and heavens above is possibly the closest we can get to positively identifying the objects we see in space. So obviously if it's an object that's coming from all directions and doing various types of 90-degree angle cuts, it's obvious that it is not a man-made object. However, if it is a visible light that has a steady course to it and is continuously traveling throughout the sky and you're not very sure as to what it could be, definitely take out your phone, download the Heavens Above app. I will put the link in the description below. and you will then definitely be able to verify for yourself as to whether this is a satellite or whether it is a legit object that you have vectored into your location. So object number 3, equipment number 3 is a magnetometer, which is generally used in the field as well to record other frequencies that we possibly don't have access to with our current sensors. And basically you can purchase a magnetometer from anywhere online, on eBay or on Amazon, and that will also allow you to make sense of things around you. If ever you're, so basically the magnetometer is, if you're, well, from my perspective, if you're in a group and you are feeling like there is a presence around, then the use of the magnetometer can confirm that presence. I know that if you go into a crop circle with a magnetometer, it will definitely activate itself more so than if you're outside of the crop circle, because of the energy that is currently residing there. So a magnetometer is also a tool that most of us use in the field. It is again not required, however, but it can be used. Tool and object number 6, that is number 4, that is part of the equipment. Sorry, I don't know why I said number 6, but number 4 of the equipment list is an infrared camera. Now I understand this is obviously not a massive requirement. This is, if you can afford it, this would be something that could be of great benefit to you, not only to record and review your own experiences, but also to possibly share it with your community, your friends or your family, so that they can also observe what it is you have observed and felt on that evening. So again, we must remind ourselves that when doing CE-5s, it is not solely about the sighting through our eyes that we see, but it also has a lot to do with the feeling that we feel and the potential messages that we would get from these star beings. So again, you'd be able to show your friends and family the sightings that you got, but it would be very difficult to explain the feeling that you received when doing the sighting. So obviously, ultimately, you should or would want to allow your family, friends or colleagues to come to a field trip with you and experience what it is you have experienced. If you have never experienced any CE-5s in your life before, don't worry, don't stress. A simple, real, genuine intention to make positive and peaceful diplomatic contact with these beings should be enough for you to experience contact. Obviously, we all have our own lives, we all vibrate on different frequencies, and therefore the closer we can get to higher frequencies, the more experiences we will get. And getting closer to those frequencies requires a lot of self-development, a lot of self-discipline, and really a lot of education within that field. So these are possibly going to be videos we will be making in the future here at CE-5 Academy. So please do stay tuned, subscribe below if you resonate with this information, and yeah, watch out for our upcoming videos, share this with your friends, and get out there and make some contact, and let's be the change we want to see in this world. So yeah, thank you so much guys, thank you for tuning in, and see you guys very soon.